I'm going to go to Senator Moran, and then we'll be right back to you, Senator Rosen. Thanks.
Madam Chairwoman, thank you very much. And I thank our panelists here and by technology for their presence today on a very significant and important topic for the future of our country's well-being. Let me start with I have a couple of questions is all, but let me start with Ms. Ellman. During your testimony, you mentioned the future role that this technology could play in supporting the agricultural sector. Can you further comment on the importance of merging these two industries, businesses?
Absolutely. So there are so many use cases, including precision agriculture, where the UAS industry is just bringing so many efficiencies to enterprise, and agriculture is one. We're seeing so much growth in that specific vertical market sector. So drones can be used for everything from what are traditionally very dangerous crop spraying, aerial agricultural spraying jobs. As I noted in my testimony, just in 2020, there were 13 aerial agricultural deaths, including in your home state of Kansas, and 54 accidents. And this is something that drones, these deaths don't have to happen. Drones can do the job just as well as inspecting crops and performing other, critical precision agriculture as our population continues to grow and farmers are under increasing pressures to be efficient. Drones add efficiencies, add safety, and make agriculture so much more efficient and safe.
I thank you for that answer. And as a state, Kansas is a significant aviation and aerospace component of our economy, and it's certainly the same when it comes to agriculture. And I love the opportunity to see the opportunities we have in our state to advance both really in the same effort, same time frame. Yes. So thank you. Mr. Boland, on Monday, the FAA released new design guidelines for vertiports, ports, infrastructure that will support advanced air mobility aircraft. Could you give the subcommittee some insight into what the NBAA and industry leaders are doing to focus on the infrastructure side to support these new aviation entrants going forward?
I'd be happy to. And again, thank you, Senator, for your leadership on the Advanced Infrastructure Modernization Act. That's a very, very important part of moving forward. Obviously, we have, as we've discussed, an incredible airport infrastructure in the United States, 5,000 public use airports. But when we look at the potential for advanced air mobility, we see the opportunity to move to vertiports, starting at airports, but also moving to parking lots, city buildings, and other types of operations. We've looked to the FAA for an engineering brief to allow us to begin moving forward with the vertiport standards. We did have an opportunity as a community to provide comments on that. What we saw on the engineering brief that was released on Monday is many of those comments were recognized, but the FAA is taking a very conservative approach with the idea that as we move to the ultimate vertiport advisory circular, we will iterate, we will begin understanding operations and technologies, and we'll be able to ultimately have a vertiport infrastructure that is able to adapt and evolve with technologies and operations. We now have a place to start, and it is a great beginning, but we have to evolve it and adapt it. So we are looking at this as the first step in an important iteration, and that is a key part of the infrastructure as we go forward.
Thank you, Mr. Boland. And Senator Sinema, thank you for your assistance, our working together on this piece of legislation, and particularly your help in making sure that it received time on the Senate floor. Thank you to both you and Senator Cruz for today's hearing.
Thank you, Senator Moran.